Hey guys, I'm the Roleplay Gamer and I like to party. In-game name Unit 213. So it's no secret that I want to bring more space sims to the channel. So we're going to start with Elite Dangerous because it is the most modern and most complete space sim currently available, naturally. So I'm completely aware that for people who don't play Elite Dangerous, you know, Elite Dangerous content typically can be a little bit dry and just nonsensical because a lot of the stuff out there is guides and just more intricate discussion about, I don't know, builds and game mechanics and whatnot. You know, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And that got me thinking, you know, a lot of the content out there is, you know, fairly non-regular. So why not try something a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more let's play like and see how it goes. That has the added benefit of hopefully being more enjoyable to those who don't play the game. So we're going to see how we go. Of course, I'm going to be cutting out like long journeys and whatnot because you don't need to see the boring parts. But for now, let's talk about what we're doing here. Talk about my plans, and we'll have a bit of a go here. So I've just sold my Cobra scavenger salvaging build thing. Link up on the screen right now. Annotation thing, video thing to check out what that build is. I did actually do a roleplay builder that's kind of fun and used car salesman like. I enjoyed that. So check that out if you're interested. Now we're in an ASP. Last time I tried an ASP, I wasn't pleased with its... Well, I mean, coming from smaller, faster ships, I wasn't pleased with its maneuverability. But, you know, it's just such a core, versatile, multi-role ship. So it has to be done, and I want to upgrade to the bigger ships, and it's the perfect stepping... It is the only stepping stone at the moment for me. So what we're doing is we're looking for barnacles. You know, we're doing, if you're unaware, the community goal here, while we wait for all this to load, because it always takes forever. I'm not sure if maybe it's an internet thing, maybe. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Usually it takes longer than that. All right, I usually have a lot of trouble with the Elite Dangerous servers. So basically... You know, long story short, without going into all the reading here and boring you with it, we need to go exploring. Now, it doesn't suggest that we actually, like, it's the amount of systems that we explore that matters, not necessarily their value. That's the impression I get from this, and it actually counts, you know, submitted reports rather than the value of the system, you know. Again, I could just be talking nonsense here because I'm not typically an explorer, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. So we've gotten already, you know, just with like not even an hour's worth of work, I got to the top 50% here. So I'm already going to get 2.4 mil out of this. I would like to get substantially more, and I would like to help this progress. So I've outfitted my ASP here for what I perceive to be maximum exploration. So I'm going to show you what that's all about right now. Let's head over to outfitting and let's check this bad boy out. So no hard points. We don't need them. We're not fighting. This is purely like temporary, just for this community goal exploration. I doubt I'm actually going to be going out too far. I might even just hang around the bubble a little bit, like go to the edge of the bubble and come back just to see, you know, how much I can contribute to this particular community goal, just within bubble scans, if that makes sense. All right, over to core internals, and I've just upgraded the power plant to a 5D because its weight is actually quite beneficial. It upped our max jump range to just over 30 light years. Now I can increase that even further with a 2D power plant, which costs like nothing, and this will increase it up to, as you can see there, our absolute max jump range, 31.18 light years. But I'm actually, to be honest, I'm a little bit wary. Because when you go to buy this, it says this will decrease the performance of your module and whatnot, and I'm not sure what the consequences of that are. That's just me being paranoid. Logically speaking, I figure it's probably not going to be a problem at all, and that would increase our jump range. But it's not enough for me to take that risk Other than that, it's just the frame shift drive. Really, I could have upgraded the thrusters, but for the ASP, they're quite expensive, and I'm kind of cheap, so I don't really anticipate being interdicted. Certainly not getting in trouble with any interdictions. So I'll probably just be submitting, boosting, and then jumping away, and we'll be good to go. And that's it. That's all I've done here. Nothing else is required to get that jump range up. And in terms of optional modules, now we're getting a little bit crazy. Now, it might not be crazy. It probably makes a hell of a lot more sense than, keeping your shields and whatnot. But no shields. And almost every slot is just fuel tanks. I love it. This is pretty much me. So I've got a fuel scoop for just in case, but pretty much I don't need a fuel scoop. Unless I'm actually going on like big exploration runs out into the black, I don't need to scoop fuel here, because it's just I'll be going like across the full bubble on one tank, and then I'll refuel, and then I'll come back. It's not even a problem. But like I said, it's a just in case thing, just in case shit hits the fan. And otherwise, we've got, of course, an advanced discovery scanner, and that's it. No shields. Hopefully, I won't need them. Look, again, logically, I probably don't need shields. And it's going to be really beneficial to, replace the shields with a fuel tank. But there is a paranoid part of me going, yeah, but what if? But we should be fine. Don't even worry about it, guys. And that's it. So our jump range is pretty savage. As you can see, our refuel cost is comparatively pretty savage. I mean, 6,000 credits is really nothing. It's a spit in the ocean. But comparatively, it's quite savage. So what are we gonna do now, man? We're gonna jump across the galaxy and have some fun. So where are we gonna go? Oh man, I mean, how far away is this? I've already sort of pre-marked a spot here, but how far out can we go? Well, let's go to the power play here so we can just really see the edges of the bubble. So, hang on. 60 light years. Distance from HQ. Okay. But do we get a reading of it? I really would like a reading just by the by. How many light? Okay, it's 217 light years away. Up to HIP 62549. And let's just double check. Can we do that in one tank? We can absolutely do that in one tank. That is so cool. Okay. I mean, that's a fairly large distance. Now, what I'm thinking, considering that, like I said, as far as I'm aware, as far as the community goal reads, it seems that the priority is on the amount of reports that you deliver, not their value. So I'm thinking we use where is it? We use fastest route to get there, and then like on the way back down to the community goal down here. I think that's it there. Yep. On the way back, we actually go economical route to increase the amount of systems that we're passing through, thus increasing the reports, the scans there. That's my theory. So hopefully, wish me luck. We're gonna head out here and cause some shit. Hopefully make some dosh. I actually really like the cockpit here of the ASP. The only thing that bothers me, and I know this is completely like nonsensical, I'm fully aware of this, at least it is for the moment, prior to the release of multi-crew, I just really like having another seat in the cockpit. It makes me feel a little less alone out in space. And anyone who's a regular to my channel also is probably aware that similarly, I like to have a companion with me in RPGs for a very similar reason. Okay, let's head out here. It might help to turn the landing gear off. Let's scooch out here a little bit. So I usually like to turn flight assist off. I'm trying to use flight assist a lot more because it's not only is it fun, but I feel like it's probably pretty valuable. So it's a good idea to get a handle of it as soon as possible. But I actually find turning flight assist off and boosting out of the station gets you to the jump range, the appropriate range faster, and especially if the jump point, the next system is like on the other side of the station, it's kind of cool to jump out over here and then like scooch around, and you know what I mean. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. So let's just jump here, and we'll come back to this once I've done some jumping, and we'll see how much money we make from this. This should be good, guys. Through the magic of editing, we have arrived at our destination. So that was like 10 jumps. It took like 5 minutes, I reckon. I should have timed it. That was really smooth, and I liked it. Okay, so as you can see, our fuel, we've barely made a dent in our fuel. I love having like just all the fuel tanks in the known galaxy. That's so cool. All right, so we might not even have to refuel. Let's just go into the galaxy map. Hopefully we don't get interdicted while we're at it. We'll go back to realistic, down to the Bava system, and plot our course. Dude, it's not even ever a problem. If we just have a look at, of course you can't see it, but I'm just going to double check over here. It looks like our unladen range with our current setup is over 850 light years. So as you can see, you know, we've barely made a dent. So by the time we get back, it's going to be like half a tank left. It's going to be really good, guys. And I have been scanning every system on the way. I haven't been going into deep detail scans. It seems, you know, I did some research a little while on the value of certain things, and it seems that unless you're scanning like Earth-likes or stuff like that, things that are quite rare, it's not even worth doing planetary scans and whatnot. And I'm not sure if they even are taken into account within this community goal. So we're just doing like a general scan of the system, and we're good to go with that. So I guess I'll see you on the other side when I get back to base. And we've made it back. As you can see, it took a little over 30 minutes, if I'm not very much mistaken. I've just realized there's a clock up in the top right of the screen. What have I been doing with my life, honestly? So, all right, let's find the relevant station. It's Baushinga City, I believe, if I'm not very much mistaken. I say that too much. I hedge. I should be more confident and be like, yeah, that's where we're going. So I'm just going to, you know, fly in this general direction for a bit to attack it from an unpredictable angle, just in case there's anyone out there trying to interdict us, because we are, of course, playing in open here. We are playing open. Okay. Let's just keep going a little bit. If I had head tracking, I'd be able to more easily keep track of that. But unfortunately, I do not. Not for the moment. I am back using my joystick instead of my PS4 controller, which is absolutely fine for this game, by the way. And the motion tracking with it works. You know, if you set it up right, it works real nice. Real nice as head look. The only issue is, for me at least, it's a little bit awkward in combat. I feel much more confident with a flight stick betwixt my fingers. Oh, giggity. Alright. Looks like we're going alright here. I don't think we're going to be interdicted. I'm just speeding up and slowing down a little bit here, just to make sure that we're right on 7 seconds naturally. Yeah, because we're taking an awkward angle, we are sort of getting there a little bit slower, so it warrants me speeding up on occasion. But I think we're good. We shouldn't overshoot it. Now we can straighten up, and we will be good to go. So hopefully I can show off a little bit of how I like to make my approach here. So as you can see, we're about to click down into kilometers per second, at which point I speed up, and we are good to go. We are there. Easy. Not even a problem if the game ever loads. There we go. So I dare say we're on the other side over there. Again, I'm going to turn off flight assist as we cruise in. Request docking. and we should be good to go. So we're just gonna cruise over there while I line ourselves up with a station here. And with any luck, we won't ram into the slot, because that's really the only danger here. I didn't stay in any system long enough to be interdicted, so it's totally not even a problem to run shieldless. The only issue is don't crash into the station. So landing pad 20 is our goal. Let's just make sure we're lined up real nice here. Oh, you know, nice enough. Okay. Yep, we should be good. Not a problem at all. And we'll just cruise on down, slap on our landing gear, and where's our relevant pad? 20. Oh, it's right there. I really hate these pads right here. Like right in front. Pad 1 is like the bane of my existence. You've got to obscure the slot just to find it. Okay, here we go. Coming in for a nice smooth landing. There we go. Oh, yes sir. All right, so let's see how this works. Look, I'm not expecting to make a lot of money here, and please don't mistake this for any sort of guide or anything like that. Actually, we'll just have a look at our fuel. We didn't even get down to half fuel because I took the scenic route. It was over 40 systems, right? A little over half an hour, over 40 systems, and I still got most of my fuel left. This is a fun little build. I like this. This is good. You know, I don't usually do much exploring, but look, if I were to, I could see myself doing it in this thing. So let's see how we go. Like I said, don't mistake this for a guide. I'm not really showing you how to do anything here. We're just having some fun. So let's just double check where we are, right? 50%, 2.4 mil. So, if I haven't ballsed anything up, no, hold on. What am I doing? We're not bounty hunting. We're exploring here. So let's see what we got. Oh wow, that's actually more than I was expecting from just exploring within the bubble, you know? So we'll see how that translates within the community goal. And is it just the one page? It probably is, yeah. That's fine. That's actually a lot better than I expected. So we'll go to the mission board now, and we'll double check our placement, our reward tier, if you will. Hopefully it was worth it. I imagine. Look, all right. Look, I'll make my observations and comments after we actually see what's happened here. Hey, I went up a tier, guys. It wasn't useless. That's really cool. We're now at 3.6 mil plus global awards, which is, does it say anywhere? Global progress minimum cash reward of 400,000 credits. So we're actually going to make, you know, if nothing changes, if we don't do any more work, presumably, as long as no one else overtakes us and we get bumped down to top 50%, we'll be making 4 mil here. I haven't really done much, you know? It didn't even take an hour to do what I just did. And my previous foray, just exploring around the bubble for this community goal, like I said, it wasn't even an hour then. So, like an hour and a half combined, I reckon, has got me here. So I'll probably be doing a little bit more of this. Maybe, you know, I might be tempted to load up on some cargo space and just fill it with collector limpets and just run around generally scavenging and scanning systems while I'm at it, you know, just to break up the monotony a little bit. And then I come back here every so often and make some money from it. So that's really cool. So what's next for me? I really want to move up to bigger ships to do some more salvaging and smuggling sort of stuff. It's totally possible to make some alright money doing it in a Cobra, but I'd like to step this thing up a notch, Broseph, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, the ASP is a natural progression, naturally. That's far too many naturals in one sentence. Very unnatural, if It's quite ironic. Anyway, but I want a bigger cargo hold. I'm greedy like that, you know? I want shields and I want a bigger cargo hold. Also, on the shields, you know, debacle, I'm going to have to do some research, but I'd like to assess the feasibility of just running with armor and whether armor can compete with shields or compare to shields at all, or if it's just a fool's errand running with armor. I know it does weigh you down, so jump range and speed might not be great with armor, but you know, depending on what you're doing, that's not a huge deal breaker. Let's just scooch out and show some glory shots of the ship here while I sum up what I want to do. So I want to do larger ships, but I've got a dilemma, you know. I feel like ultimately, for me, I'm a multi-purpose guy. That's what I'm all about. So the Anaconda is probably where I want to be heading. But until then, I've kind of got this. I feel like the best stepping stone is one of the faction ships. Now, I like the interiors and the you know, general interior look of Federation ships, but to be honest, it kind of balls. The dropship is it's the only multi-purpose of all the you know, that line of ships that all look very similar. I can't remember what they're called. The assault ship and whatever. You know what I mean? It's the only multi-purpose one, but it's kind of shit, you know, guys. Let's face it. You know what? If you fly the dropship and you love it, I want you in the comments telling me why you love it and why you think it's superior to anything else in its price range. For example, the Imperial Clipper, which would be my other choice. You know, it's super fast. Like it's one of the fastest ships, which is incredible. I love that. I love speed. And its cargo hold is insane. Now, of course, it's not as good when it comes to, you know, weapon placement, but that doesn't necessarily bother me. And I'm not above using turrets. I've never used them before, but I like the concept of turrets, and I'd like to make them work. So that could appeal to me. The only issue is, you know, either way, I've got to rank up with either the Federation or the Empire. So I got this issue where, you know, the Imperial ship is probably what I want, but I would rather, in a roleplay sense, join the Federation. So it's there's an awkward situation here. But maybe if I can go, you know, just generic ships, I'll have to have a look, see if there's anything that suits my needs. But, you know, non-faction bound. You know, maybe I'll go that route. But we'll see how we go. But ultimately, I want to go bigger ship, and I want to go balls deep and try and make some serious money from salvage and smuggling and whatnot. We'll see how we go. We'll see if it's possible. Either way, I'm sure I'll have fun doing it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love like everything does. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Roleplay Gamer, out. Independence has not been treating me kindly. Since breaking ties with the Empire, credits have been slim. I'm almost embarrassed to say I've spent most of my time lounging around in the cargo hold, sampling the cargo and entertaining, shall we say, less than reputable company. I even installed a hot tub,